The park today, Washington Square Park, San Francisco, North Beach. Just heard that the 49ers lost their wide receiver coach, Wes Welker, to Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins. So it's another poaching. That's the second one to the Dolphins. It also means the 49ers have now lost their tight ends coach, John Embry, and Wes Welker, their receivers coach, in the same offseason. So where do the 49ers go from here? Well, I don't think there's a wide receiver coach replacement on the current staff. So I think the 49ers are going to have to go outside the box for this one. I also don't know what they're going to do at the tight end coach position. So I think that Kyle Shanahan is going to have to go outside the building to hire both of these. People ask me, could the 49ers have blocked Wes Welker to the Dolphins? It's a lateral move under Mike McDaniel. And yes, the 49ers could have indeed blocked the move for Wes Welker. But in these situations, there's generally a gentleman's agreement between the existing head coach and the outgoing and new head coach of the new team. If there's a good good relationship between those two guys, that he can take an agreed amount of coaches with him to the new spot. It happened when Robert Saleh left from the 49ers to the Jets, and I think it's going to happen here and it has happened here with Wes Welker going from the San Francisco 49ers to the Miami Dolphins. So Embry obviously was a coach that didn't fit on the 49ers staff this year, with Anthony Lynn coming in and being that assistant head coach. They wanted Embry to take a pay cut. He didn't take it. Good for him. He's probably going to make more money in that assistant head coach role with Mike McDaniel in Miami. And this Wes Welker deal, well, Wes played for a while in the 2000s for the Miami Dolphins, so that may be part of the deal in this scenario. And also, Mike McDaniel and him might have a good relationship, and they probably do if he's going to be the wide receiver coach for the Dolphins. So you saw it with LaFleur, who left with Saleh last year to the Jets. John Benton, 49ers offensive line coach, left to the Jets as well. So we'll see what the 49ers do. I do know that Deebo Samuel this week did directly credit Wes Welker for helping him emerge into stardom this past season. Deebo Samuel had some, big-time complimentary things to say about Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance at Super Bowl Radio Row with Jim Rome this week. And one of the things he said about Trey Lance was, you've got to have the program developed by the coaching staff to attack this offseason. And he credited Wes Welker with giving him that program entering this 2021 season. So coaching matters. The staff matters. Mike McDaniel obviously wanted to take Wes Welker with him for a reason, and now the 49ers entering a big season for their wide receivers. Obviously, you want to keep the pedal to the metal if you're Deebo Samuel, but they also want to make sure that Brandon Ayuk at this time next year is thinking about a big contract as well. It's a good thing when players are threatening to reset the market at their respective positions contractually. The 49ers have done a ton of that over recent years, and that's because they've done a good job developing players. George Kittle, obviously, one of the recent ones for them. Deebo Samuel's going to threaten to sign a really big deal this year. I don't know if it's going to reset the market, but it means that the 49ers are developing players successfully, and they would like Ayuk to be in the same boat next season. And then the wide receivers coach is going to be a big part of that effort. So Wes Welker did a good job with the 49ers. Deebo, Ayuk obviously progressed as this season went. We had all that silly talk at the start of the year about, the 49ers not getting the most out of Brandon Ayuk, but they ultimately, I think, did get him on the right track. Wes gets credit for that. Juwan Jennings, the 49ers have maximized that. So it's going to be important for them to bring in somebody who has as good of a track record with developing talent as the 49ers have had so far. This is part of the deal when you have a successful, respected coaching staff, as Kyle Shanahan has developed with the San Francisco 49ers. You are going to see other teams be very interested in rating your staff. Bill Walsh dealt with this a lot with the 49ers back in the 80s and the 90s, and Bill Walsh called it the spirit of abundance. What he would do is, as coaches got new jobs, when they were on their way out to their new job, Bill wouldn't just sit there and, hide all the state secrets and send them off on their way in bad faith. He would actually give them the entire notebook of the 49ers way, of all the stuff that he had accumulated over the years. And he would send every assistant that left a new job on his way with all that information. And Bill Walsh called it the spirit of abundance. He didn't want to hog all the information for himself. He thought that he could revolutionize the game. And he thought that, in a way, the goodwill would come back to him and the 49ers if he did pass the information along. Well, Kyle Shanahan, obviously honorary member of the Bill Walsh tree. I think we've seen a little bit of spirit of abundance over these past couple of years as the 49ers staff has become more popular. And Kyle Shanahan, when he is on good terms with outgoing assistants, I'm not saying that every single assistant has left on great terms, but in the case of Robert Saleh and in the case of Mike McDaniel, that has been the case. Part of the spirit of abundance has been allowing guys to leave. He could have blocked Wes Welker, but he didn't. And the 49ers believe if they continue that healthy organizational reputation, that healthy organizational vibe, it will come back to them. And they believe in their building. They believe in Shanahan's system. So they believe they're going to get a good replacement for Wes Welker. All right, well, today's on-location shoot is Washington Square in North Beach. It is an absolutely beautiful day in the city. Late afternoon, I just got out of the bay. And I'm going to eat something good tonight, probably Sam's Burgers on Broadway. My question to you is, what is your favorite sandwich in the Bay Area? Put it in the comments section, because tomorrow's show, we're going to start something new. It's going to be called Lunch with Lombardi. We're going to talk some 49ers football. We're going to have good lunch, and I'm going to show you the best sandwich in the Bay Area. And a hint is, it's not here. It's not in San Francisco. It's going to be down on the peninsula tomorrow. So what's your favorite sandwich? Leave it in the comments section. Subscribe now for Lunch with Lombardi. We're going to be talking about 49ers football tomorrow, and we're going to be showing off some good food. So bye now. We will see you all very soon. Take care.